Outdoor Adventures. Welcome to another edition of processing gold in my gold room or basement. I just want to thank you for tuning in with me and spending a little bit of time. I know time's pretty precious, and I appreciate you swinging by and hanging out with me for a little while. I'm pretty excited. I've got a really cool new addition to my gold processing operation, if you want to call it that. But before I show you, I need to sort of give you a rundown, and I know I've done this before, but give you a rundown on what I do to process my gold or my concentrates when I bring it home. At the river, it's all about moving material, and the more material you move, the more gold you get at the end of the day, in theory. So we're all about running dirt, panning as quick as we can, and digging. So that being said, when it comes to panning the material down and get it concentrated, what I normally do is I quick pan the lightest material off the top fast as I can. Then when I get it down to like the black sands and the concentrates, I'll pull those back and I'll snuffer up any of the bigger stuff, but I know that I'm losing gold in my concentrates. So I just dump off the concentrates into another bucket and I bring them home. At that point, I dry those concentrates out and I separate the black sand. And this is where the new toy comes in. In the past, I've used a spin-it-off tool, and I think I'll show you that process real quick, and then we'll get into the new toy. But I just want to sort of run this through just so you have an idea what drove this purchase for me, and why I find this tool to be probably the best thing since sliced bread at this point, especially in the way that I process my concentrates at home. So sit back, enjoy. I'll show you the old way that I used to do it first real quick. I won't take too much time on it, and then we'll get into the new rig and we'll run it through its paces. I've only run just a couple of cups of dirt through it so far. I've probably got a third of a 5-gallon pail full of black sand concentrates. And well, anyway, we will show you the old way here. Alright, so what I have here is a stainless steel tray, and all I did was thinly spread out some of the concentrate, and this is the spin it off tool. Well, you can see it just picked up a bunch of black sand, but what you do is it's hooked to a drill. I know I've gone over this before. Just spin it slow, and it makes that black sand dance, and it picks up the black sand as you run it over. And in theory, and it does work well, by that motion of the black sand dancing on that with those magnets inside, it drops out any of the lighter material in gold, so you don't catch any gold in your while you're picking up your black sand. Unlike a plunge magnet, I have a small plunge magnet here. You just pick up a clump, and you can, as you can see, you can pick up lighter material with that. So this has its place. and I'll show you how I use that. Right tool for the right job, I say all the time. And I just have a bucket over there that I run that off. And that's how I do it. The downside of the spin it off tool is you need a cordless drill. It's a two-hand tool. It actually does get a little bit heavy as you're doing this hour after hour. It's a little slow doing it this way. I like something that's a little more automated, a little easier to do. So let me dump these off into a bucket. Now that I know there's no black sand in it, as you can see, it's all lighter material. And I will set up the new toy, and you're gonna like it. This thing, I was excited to see it. I was excited when it came, and it works just as well as I had anticipated. So let's set that thing up and we'll run some dirt through it. Well, there we have it. This is the new dry electromagnetic separator. It's made by Coulter Young of miningmagnets.com, and I think this thing is the bee's knees. I'm telling you right now. This thing really does well. And I'll show you why. I should have got, hang on, let me, wasn't quite all ready to go, but here. So anyways, it comes with all this stuff. It comes with two funnels. One with a small size hole, one with a larger size hole. We'll do the larger size first. The instructions say to classify this down less than 1/8 of an inch. I'm way less than that. It's usually what I classify my material down to when I'm doing it with the spin it off tool. So I had 1/3 of a bucket already to go. I do keep the different size material as I'm classifying it off. And I haven't done this yet, but we will run some of the bigger material just to see what it does. But man, this thing kills the small stuff. So I'm going to just turn this on, and I'm going to let it run at a low speed. There we go. All you do is you dump the dirt in. That is nothing short, I believe, of amazing. This will eventually run this material around and dump it off, but I'll give it a little help to get rid of it. So what we'll do is we'll dump this back in, but we'll dump it into the smaller orifice so it runs it by a little slower, and then we'll see if it left any black sand behind. That is not bad. Now you can, well, that's good. I forgot to put my cup under the thing. Guess I'll have to do some sweeping later. So here's what it looks like that runs slow, when it runs slow. does plug up a little bit right there. It would probably, if I turn the speed up a little bit, it would probably pull some of that around a little faster, but I don't know. I just let it poke along. So on the flip side of that, how much material does it, how much of the lighter stuff and what is it bringing gold over? Put that back under there so this time I don't make a mess. I have to sweep all that up and run it through. Anyway, let's turn it back on again. And we'll run just the black sand. I don't see anything coming through there. I don't see so much as a speck that it's picked up and dumped over on this side. Oop. That's freaking amazing if you ask me. It is a lot slower with just straight up black sand in that smaller funnel. I did make a stand for all this and I didn't like the way it came out, so unfortunately I just threw this on a cardboard box that I had just to make the video. There you have it. We'll put the big funnel back in. And I've got some bigger material right here. I believe this is all 1/8 inch down to whatever mesh I was using for that. Let's see what it does with the bigger material. Well, that's certainly not bad either. Most of that I had already used the spin it off tool on, so I was pretty sure there wasn't going to be much that came out of that material. Let's do another scoop. Let's do another scoop with the small funnel of the classified concentrates that I have. I keep hitting my camera stand. See, that goes pretty quick. I have tons of washers out in my garage So I think I am going to set a washer in there right in between this size and that size, and I think that'll be just about the perfect speed for what I'd like to do. So I did go out and find a washer that was fairly close to what I was looking for, and I really like this speed. I think it's about right in the middle of what it was and on the two different sizes. I think that's pretty good. Like I said, I'm probably running this a little slower than I could. This does come with directions, and it says if you're flinging the material, then to slow it down. And I found right around 9.25 volts to be a pretty happy place. You can see in there, there's a washer that I put in. It just sits right in there, pretty nice, and seems to do a good job. I think the telltale will be let's see how much it missed when we run it through slow. See, I can live with that. That's like 98.9% capture rate on that. Let's run that through one more time. I did it again. I mean, that's probably taking out more than half of the material, the concentrates. The black sand makes up, I bet, at least 75% of the material, I would say. I haven't measured it before and after, but it's quite a bit. I do like this with this washer in there. Let's do one more. I didn't time that, but a quarter cup tastes. A quarter cup takes like less than 10 seconds. And that's 3 times faster than I can do it with a spin it off tool. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like this thing. This is, for me, this is a game changer when it comes to running dry concentrates down here in the old gold processing room. So if you don't know or have never heard of Coulter Young and mining magnets, he started out making, I'll try to get a picture and post it in the video here, but it's a one-handed magnet, and you can go on miningmagnets.com and see all this stuff, and he's got different videos downloaded. But he developed it specifically for really fine black sand that comes off the beach. I didn't see that magnet before I bought the spin it off tool, but since then he's made a bigger magnet bit, I think is what he calls it. So he has 2 different sizes of those. The small one is handy if you had like a 12 volt small drill, like the Milwaukee compact set, 12 volt set. You can carry it with you. It works wet or dry. Like I said, go to the website miningmagnets.com, check out his videos, check out his stuff, and then he just recently came out with this. I just happened to see a video on it a couple weeks back. Had to have it. I mean, this thing, I'm going to be able to run so much concentrate through this. It's not even funny. I love it. I am getting gold. I ran some of these concentrates, or the separated concentrates, on my gold table, and I had gold. So I know there's gold in this stuff. I've dumped a lot of it off, like I said, quick panning, so it does release the gold. The only thing I haven't done yet is to run some of the black sand on the miller table. Since I'm running it through here and not seeing anything else come down the chute that has the non-magnetic material, I'm assuming that there's not going to be anything in there, but I'm not throwing anything out until I run some of that black sand material and just double check it. But there you have it, the dry electromagnetic separator. Fantastic. And I do know he's trying to develop, through his website I read, he's trying to develop a wet separator to pull the black sand out at the river. Look for that coming soon. But this thing's awesome. I mean, for my process and what I do, this is the tool I needed. And I just want to add that I know everybody's process isn't the same. I like to show you what I do, how I manage my concentrates. Is there better ways of doing it? Probably. I really enjoy doing it this way. I know it takes some time to dry everything out and do it all this way, run it through here. The gold table slow, I know. I've got it set up really flat, so I have to stand over it and brush off all the material. That's why it's so important to get rid of the heavier black sand. It just makes that gold table process so easy, a lot easier. So anyways, miningmagnets.com. Go give Coulter Young a look. See what other products he has. This thing's fantastic. I would highly recommend this to anybody that even comes close to doing the same process that I do. Alright, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Y'all be safe out there, and hope 2021 is better than 2020 was.